right, everybody, the music is starting. That means it's time to get going with the show. It's called the Business to Business Network Show. We've been doing the show since 1999. It's an hour-long business show, bringing different guests to the show to talk about business, politics, and economics. And we're very excited to talk again about the concept of cryptocurrency and educating the audience. And we've got Aaron. Give us your last name. Introduce yourself, please.
Aaron Remer. I'm the founder of Giveback.
Give us a little bit of background on Giveback. Tell us what this is.
Yeah, so Giveback is a cryptocurrency on the Solana blockchain network. Solana's one of the largest crypto platforms in the world, and we're built on that. And so is the Trump coin. It was launched on the Solana network. So Giveback's been out about 7.5 months, and we've helped and fed 5,000 people plus. Mm-hmm. We've gave housing to people, cars, bikes. We give hope to people, and we're trying to build the largest humanitarian aid in crypto.
Excellent. And let's walk people through this, because you have to understand crypto, the concept is basically zeros and ones or a code, and there's a limited number of this coin. It's not infinite, correct?
Yeah, there's 999 million coins, almost 1 billion coins.
Okay.
And so it is a limited number that coins have been minted, and there will never be any more again.
And I try to explain it this way also. There's a perception of value, meaning if you look at a Jackson Pollock or a Monet or some famous painting, now I may think it's beautiful and worth $1 million, and somebody else will look at it and say, I don't see the beauty there. I'd rather get another type. What we're trying to do is build value. It's like when you look at a wristwatch, it's a Rolex, very expensive, but it's basically a watch. Now what we have is crypto that we're trying to explain to people that when you, quote, invest or purchase, there is a possibility it could go up, there's a possibility it could go down. There's no guarantees here. But as they do those transactions, the fees that you guys are able to raise, 50% of that goes to helping the poor.
Yes, the concept has never been done before in the crypto space. A lot of people buy and sell coins, and a lot of them have no value. And that's why some people say, some coins are
what's
useless.
the point? Yeah.
Some Bitcoin's a store value where people can store. XRP kind of has a utility for the banking systems. But there's no real value to actually impact people's lives or to change people's lives, because you cannot put a price on somebody's life.
Right.
Okay. And so I saw humanitarian aid space, these big entities, nonprofits, charities, doing good work throughout the world. A lot of them have no transparency. When you donate to them, you can't see where the money goes. Mm-hmm. Slow aid, slow impact, because there's a lot of bureaucracy. And what we saw with crypto, we were on a platform called pump.fun, and that platform, every buy and sell, we generate a transaction fee, kind of like your stockbroker. Yeah. Anytime you buy and sell stock, the broker charges a fee. Those brokerages have big buildings.
That's right.
So we're basically our own exchange. Mm-hmm. Every buy and sell is going to generate a transaction fee. From that transaction fee, we give 50% in direct aid and donation for support that our community determines that we want to spend the money on. Mm-hmm. So to put that in perspective, we've generated a very low amount of money for the time. We've been out 7.5 months. We've generated maybe $15,000 we've given away. Mm-hmm. The money was pretty much from buying and selling. Mm-hmm, so we created our own revenue stream, and then we gave it away. Mm-hmm. I don't know many companies that have been built to generate its own revenue and then give it away for impact. Mm-hmm. And it's very powerful because the volume and the volume levels that we've had have been very minimal. Mm-hmm. Okay, the highest volume we've had was maybe 200 to 300,000 in one day, and these coins can generate millions a day mm-hmm. in volume. And when we get to the higher levels, I say many times on the social media networks, the higher our market cap grows, the more impact mm-hmm. we're going to have.
And let me try to explain that just a little bit from a finance. People don't understand this, but there are currency traders that buy US dollars or buy the won or buy the pound, and they try to determine which currency is becoming stronger and if they can buy and sell and make just a little bit of profit, and they're called currency traders. So this is basically kind of a similar transaction of when people are buying and selling and investing, and they know that their investment is now going to go towards a good cause, and meaning they still get to hold their investment, hoping that that currency value will go up. It's a cryptocurrency value, and it goes up the more and more people that buy in and buy the zeros and ones and increase the demand and begin to saturate or soak up all those zeros and ones that you talked about. Now, it'll probably never get to all purchased, but the point is, as it grows, it becomes more and more valuable.
Great. Rex, and I'll explain it a little different so maybe the audience can understand it a little better. So right now, there's only about 3.8% of our supply left in the entire world to buy. So there's only 3.8% out of those 1 billion coins. There's only about 380 million.
Interesting.
No, it's 38 million left.
Right.
That's
so
it.
It's still limited right now.
So what happens is as people buy the supply, it's all about supply and demand. When that supply goes lower and lower and lower, the price gets significantly higher.
And they have to see the value, and they have to see that this is a coin that's actually going to be helping people. I'm going to make an investment, but it's also going to help people. Now, let me shift to my passion is helping Mexico. And the reason I want to help Mexico is because they're only 2 hours from us right now. You can be across the border in less than 2.5 hours right now. That's how close Nogales is. And once you get down there and you cross over the border, it's a completely different country. And I mean that very sincerely. It's a wonderful, beautiful country, great resources, but it's very unorganized. And when you're on the American side, we have these maps, surveys, neighborhoods, county recorder's office. You were in real estate?
Yeah, Rex, I was in real estate 20 years. I'm with Coldwell Banker still to this day. I practice real estate part-time. Give back is my mission. But yeah, the one thing is, like you were saying, when people buy the coin, they're giving back to people. Yeah. So instead of donating to your nonprofits, people can invest in themselves, their family. Give back will give back to you as it goes higher, and you're actually impacting lives. And you can see it all live on video because we live stream and document it. All the events that we do to impact people on video. But go ahead, Rex.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're trying to set up a micro-lending program for small businesses on the Mexican side of the border. By the way, I did make contact to a nonprofit organization on the U.S. side that actually has micro-lending as part of their platform on their website. So you and I need to dig into that together and maybe take a trip down there. It's a 2.5-hour drive. And go talk to this organization. They're on the U.S. side, where we could help them and us, everybody, do a fundraiser to get funds available to do microlending. Now, when they do the microlending, the borrower on the Mexican side of the border does a photo ID. And in Mexico, they have what is known as a voter registration card. And I'm probably saying the wrong way, but it's basically a photo ID that everybody that votes gets one of these cards. It becomes their major form of identification. And they have like a social security number. It's all right there on the card. So they take a picture of that, upload it. And by the way, I got a copy of the app. I'll send you. I've developed an app where they take a photo, they upload it, and it goes into a spreadsheet that says photo ID. And when you click on it, all of a sudden through the link, you see their photo ID. You're able to take a picture of their hut, house, business, photos, street views, just like Google. But see, in Mexico and Google, there's no addresses. So it's really, really hard to find stuff. It's because the mapping across the border is fuzzy because they've never put a focus on surveys, maps, and public records. And when you have public records, you're able to also fight corruption. Because in the United States, when you buy a piece of property, what happens with the county recorder's office?
Your name gets recorded on the date and time when you bought it.
And it goes into a digital record that anybody can find.
Public database.
Public database. And you can drive down the street in Arizona, type in somebody's personal residence address. People don't know this. And within seconds, the county recorder's office information comes up, and you can see who holds the title to the property and did they pay their property taxes. Those are two major important parts that bring stability to our country that Mexico desperately needs, because without having property taxes, you can't fund the schools, you can't fund the police department, you can't fund the city services, you can't build any roads or bridges. The foundation of our taxation system starts with the foundation of our homes.
Rex, so what you're saying is that with our cryptocurrency GBack, with your vision,
Yes.
we can change the world.
It becomes the hook. It becomes the carrot. It becomes the invitation for people out there that want to help. And by the way, it's in our best interest, because we want a country to the south that's going to be stable. That people that break the law, you can actually find them. If you don't have an address, if you don't have a legal description, if you don't have anything, it's very hard to find people that are doing bad stuff. The more and more transparency. In fact, there was a Judge Brandeis. He was a Supreme Court judge back in the 1930s, and he said sunshine is the best disinfectant for corruption. So the more public records, the more public meetings, the fewer things that are done in dark rooms behind the scenes, the more visual exposure. And by the way, with the GBack, you got a digital paper trail of everything that happens.
Yeah, it's a cryptocurrency, and so every time somebody moves the money around, we can see it.
You could transfer.
So I love the fact, going to Nogales, we'll meet with your network there,
Yeah.
and we'll start putting the vision together. We have a team behind our movement. Our executive team is amazing, and we can put these things together. What your vision is.
We got to do a break here. How do they find GBack?
Givebackcoin.com. Go to our website. We have all of our videos on there. You can learn more about.
Come join us. Help us change the world. Help us make Mexico a safe place. We got to do a break here. My name is Rex Perry. If you're just driving along and don't have anything to write down with, my website is super easy. The number's 1, 2, 3. B like in business. Z like in zebra.com. 123bz.com. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.